did it, you did it, you did it, you did it to us. You did it, why do you hate the black race so much? They took us from Africa into the Caribbean. They took us for granted. They took us for granted. They took us from Africa into the Caribbean. They took disadvantage. They took disadvantage. Started in the motherland if you never know. But how we brother them sell out, we black brother do. It wasn't for silver, wasn't for gold. Fabric and ammunition make them sell them soul. Me can't believe it's so hard to grasp. Every time that I reflect on the past, the black race bar turned into slavery, changing the course of our history. They took us from Africa into the Caribbean. They took us for granted. They took us for granted. They took us from Africa into the Caribbean. They took disadvantage. They took disadvantage. The Middle Passage tell a tale for those black Africans with them dash overboard. Me can't forget the case I never close. In my heart is like an overload. Tell England, say reparation. What about the mule? What about the 40 acres of land? Prison time and deportation is all we face. Yes, your entire empire was built on our backs. Matter binding your walls mixed with the blood of the blacks. No more racial attacks. We're tired of them racial attacks. You forced us to build your kingdom, leaving us nothing to build on, nothing to pass down, like you have done from generation to generation. You are the cause of whom you think we are. You are the cause of what you fear. Let me say it. Your forefathers have done us wrong. Oh, you did it, you did it, you did it, you did it to us. You did it. You did it, why do you hate the black race so much? You took us from Africa into the Caribbean. You took us for granted. You took us for granted. You took us from Africa into the Caribbean. You took disadvantage.
Tujenge taifa letu. Yes, greetings, good evening everyone. I want to do. Yes, it's another Wednesday evening. You know it's trending tracks, Bussdembig to the world. And this evening, you know, we're coming from place called Kenya. See? So we just got through Junior X, yes, and then we got through the Lion of Judah, and then we got through the Abeng calling the family together. And then, out of respect and honor for the brothers and sisters for our homeland, yes, we played the national anthem of the city of Kenya. Yes, remember, so we take out borders out of Africa, you know. So, no place in Africa, one country, plenty big cities, see? So, this evening we're going to have the daughter from Nairobi, the daughter called Binti Africa, see? And it's going to be a beautiful evening. We know that. But we just want to send some information, you know, general information about the place Kenya. The official name, the Republic of Kenya. Population, 54,685,051 people. See? An area of 580,367 square kilometers. City, Nairobi. Major language, English and Kiswahili. See? Major religion, Christianity, Muslim. Time zone, UTC +3 East Africa time. Alright. Next piece of information. And I must say that I am getting this information from the website foxinstitute.com. I'm saying, yeah, we are give that. foxinstitute.com, we just go there and yeah man, so we are making notes of this. So interesting facts about Kenya. Kenya is a country located in East Africa, bordering 5 other countries. Well, we say 5 other cities: Ethiopia, Somalia, South Sudan, Tanzania, and Uganda. See? Yeah, you hear them? Ethiopia, Somalia, South Sudan, Tanzania, and Uganda. Now, people, we're looking forward for a nice evening, and as we go along the evening, we just have, you know, forward some more information about Kenya. Trust me, last week we had the brethren from Zimbabwe, Proverbs Nesta I, and believe me man, the energy still a go on, the energy still at. So this evening we're going to be full join the presence of the daughter out of Nairobi, Kenya, a daughter called Binti Africa. So just listen this track from Binti. See, this track is the first track I'm on hear from this daughter here. And from I hear it, I just love it. And from I hear it, I just love the voice, and I just love the music but this daughter used to back her music. See? So come through, Binti. Ta na ta ka. Change, meaning we must get a change. We want a change. Change have to go on. See? Come through.
Tunataka change, tunataka change, no dealing na maneno lame. Tunataka change, yes we dip on the vitendo game. Oh Lord, tunataka change, no more dealing na maneno lame. Ukipata kura yangu, je utajituma kuboresha nchi yangu? Ukipata kura yangu, je utakumbuka sura ya kijiji changu? Au ukishapata kura yangu, utajijaza mashavu mgongoni mwa nyanyangu? Ukipata kura yangu, will you bring positive change? Yeah. Tunataka change, no more dealing na maneno lame. Tunataka change, yes we dip on the vitendo game. Oh Lord, tunataka tunataka change, no more dealing na maneno lame. Them say one for the money, two for the throne. Three them get the powers, that's a job they don't know. One for the money, two for the throne. Three forget the money, watch the bellies overload. One for the money, two for the throne. Three them get the powers, that's a job they don't know. One for the money, two for the throne. Yes sir. Tunataka change, no more dealing na maneno lame. Tunataka change, yes we dip on the Vitendo game. Hola, tunataka change, no more dealing na maneno lame. Come not to you, come not to you, come not to you, yes, tunataka change. Come not to you, come not to you, come not to you, yes, tunataka change. Tunataka change, no more dealing na maneno lame. Tunataka change, no more dealing na maneno lame. Tunataka change, yes we dip on the Vitendo game. Hola, tunataka change, no more dealing na maneno lame. Tunataka change, no more dealing na maneno lame. Tunataka change, yes we dip on the Vitendo game. Hola, tunataka change, no more dealing na maneno lame.
Yes, people, that was a daughter called Binti Africa out of Nairobi, Kenya. Trust me, what a place. Judah, cool, easy Judah. Me know where I was say something. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, people, Judah come out like he just jump out of the place and just say, oh, they didn't expect me to say something to you. Yeah, me want big up Binti Africa, you know, out of Nairobi, Kenya, you know. Beautiful voice. Yes, Judah. Me hear you. You're the boss. Yes, people, well, you know, so we are kick it early because them time in Africa right now are late. Well, early hours. Get the daughter up out her bed and all them things there. So we now go keep her and she there's already. Binti, you there?
Yes, hi. Greetings, King.
Blessed love, Binti. How you do?
Blessed love. I'm good. Just woke up and I'm excited and blessed to link up with you this morning. It's
thanks.
Morning over here.
Yes, about
very early.
4 o'clock now?
Yes, 4 o'clock. I think it's like 11 minutes past 4.
11 minutes past 4, that's true. Well, I have in 14 minutes past 9, so your clock might be a little bit slow. But we give thanks.
Yeah. Give thanks, King.
Yeah, man, we give thanks. So you could have take the time for give this privilege and honor for talk to I this evening and talk to also my peeps on the other side of the camera. Yes, Binti Africa, talk to me. Tell me about this singer. I want to start from those early days when you were a little girl and your mother and father, you know, used to send you to school and you never knew you was a singer, but teacher pull you out of the class. Talk to me.
Yes, first of all, let me say nobody can stop reggae. So, you know, this is why we can wake up and link up with you at this time. We give thanks for that.
We love that.
Yeah, I always loved music, actually. I always loved music since when I was a small child in primary school. And whenever there was a school musical or a school play, I would always be involved in it. And I think my earliest memory is singing in the house. There was this radio show I used to absolutely love listening to, and I would be singing all the time. And my mom asked me, you know, in Kiswahili, but she asked me like, what's wrong with you, child? And I'm like, well, I'm just like this. I guess that's what it is, you know.
Okay. Where were you born? Were you born in Nairobi or out in the rural parts of
No,
Kenya?
born in Nairobi. Born in Nairobi, went to school in Nairobi. But every end of term, my mom used to ship me off to my grandma. Yeah, so I give thanks. I got the upbringing and the wisdom, the raisings, the teachings also from my grandmothers and my aunties.
Okay,
Yes.
nice. So, when you were living in Nairobi now, as a little girl going to school, what were you like in school at that time?
Ooh,
Were you one
I
of them
was
little singy, or you never know yet, or what really pulled that thing out of you?
I was an awkward. I think I was an awkward child because I was always very tall. So I was the tallest, and I used to try and hide, so I didn't want to be so loud because I didn't want to draw attention to myself. But every time I was alone, I would sing. And whenever I sang, I just found some freedom. It really uplifted my spirit. And I can't explain it. It's the same till now. Every time I sing, every time I pick up a pen and write a song, it's just a beautiful feeling. Yes, I.
Nice. Now, at what stage of this, or let me say, you're singing. Now you could have chosen to sing all kinds of other songs. You could also chosen to sing traditional songs and so forth. All right. But what was your motivation of doing reggae?
Well, I didn't start out with reggae. I have touched on the traditional music. In fact, that's a lot of what I was singing growing up. In all the school presentations and cultural days, and I've done different R&B because growing up in the 90s, also R&B was, rhythm and blues is what we listened to a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, but life's journey, I would say, life's journey. I went through. I was involved in a car accident. This was around 2010, and it put me out for a number of years. And through that time, I also had the blessing to look inward, and also look at my life and to also see who are the real people around you, and which are your blessings, which are not, which are the things that are necessities that you might think, which are the things that you want that you might think are necessities, but they're not, and I found that the best way for me to put my message forth was through reggae music. So I wouldn't really say that I went looking for reggae. Reggae music found me.
Mm-hmm.
And for a long time, I always wanted to sing reggae, but I always had this idea in my mind that because I cannot speak patois, then I wouldn't be able to sing reggae, True. I always thought that. And so one day I sang it, and I sang it in Kiswahili, and it just, it was a feat. It worked for me, and that's what it is. Yeah, and that's what now I call Swahili dub. It's a fusion of.
Yes, because I
Swahili.
noticed that some of the songs you do, or most of the songs you do, have the English and then the
Yeah.
Kiswahili. Yeah?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
We're in the
That's
family.
my mother tongue,
Go ahead.
Kiswahili.
Go ahead. What you said?
I said Kiswahili is my mother tongue.
Irie. We want the world to know that. You see me I say? Yes. Where in the family did you fall? Were you the first, the last, in the middle?
I'm the second born. We are four. I have an elder brother, and then myself. Then I have another brother, and then the last born is a girl, my sister. So we're two empresses and two lions.
And how did they see you as the tall one and singing and all over the place singing? How did you and them make it out? Because do
Well,
they
first
sing?
of all,
Any of them sing?
everyone is tall. Let's just start there. Everybody in the family is
Okay.
tall. Nobody's short in my family. The shortest person in our family is 5'11". That's quite tall.
Tall.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. My elder brother, I think because being the older one, always didn't quite understand because I think he expected me to take more of a more serious route in his mind, traditional mindset. Because my late father also was very clear. He heard me singing on the radio once. There was this show, and you could call in and sing and win a prize. And he was driving home from work, and he heard me on the radio. I used a fake name, but he still knew his daughter.
Couldn't hide.
Yeah. So, the minute he walked into the house, he told me, studies first, like be focused. Yeah. So I always used to do it in secret. Even when I recorded my first song, I did it in secret, and it was a hit before they even knew that I was singing.
And when was that? How long or early was that in the thing?
That was in 1999, and it was with a bunch of friends who were my schoolmates. Some were my classmates, others were in a different stream, but in the same school. And we called each other Creative Minds. Yeah, that was when I was in my A-levels.
I wonder if I could have put you on the spot and just ask you to do a few lines of that first song that you recorded.
Ooh, the first song.
Yeah.
Now that song, okay, that was in a genge style. Now genge is a classic Kenyan genre of music for the people, and of course in Kiswahili, and it went a little bit like this: Ruka juu sichomeke na ngoma, nimebambwa itraksi kidogo, kama mumekuja kupata raha, shuka chini teremsha yo bampa, na waletea more fire. Mkitucheki nyote mwagwaya.
Yes, the little singing you go on with now, Judah jump out. He's a Judah. Yeah, man, I want to get him out and jump out same time and say, go on, Binti. Well, people, I go play a song for the people and Binti. And this song,
okay.
Me tell you the last time I spoke to you that this song, I love it because of the name, Italfood. But it it have me, yeah man, people, when you listen to this track here from Binti Africa, this one called Italfood.
Oh, this is a mad tune, Tradin, all the way from Germany to Kampala to Nairobi. DJ Razum, allow me to introduce myself. I go by the name of BI to the NTI, daughter of Africa. This is a roots girl tune, not a root girl tune, right? Check this. This is a roots girl.
Again. Yeah.
This is a mad tune, Tradin,
Roots girl
all the way
tune
from Germany
into
to Kampala
Africa,
to Nairobi. DJ
Nairobi,
Razum,
Kenya. Bussdembig
allow me
trending
to
track.
introduce myself. I go by the name of BI.
Ital stew, no, Italfood.
This is a roots girl tune, not a root girl tune, right? Check this. This is a roots girl thing. If she wants to give you roots loving, you better come real. This is an Ital thing.
Ital is Ital, people. Vital
to give you. This is a roots girl thing. And if she wants to give you roots loving, you better come real. This is an
Buffalo
Ital
Soldier,
thing.
I
If
bet.
she wants to give you, don't love me on the left. Chakula huli wana kulia.
Kulia.
You want to impress the empress, you better express.
You better
Cause I'm
come
an
put and
African
express.
queen. Don't try to love me on the left. Chakula huli.
Yes, people, you're listening to Binti Africa with Italfood, you know them way? Yes, trust me, that little track you have me on wheel. Yes, Binti. Are you a chef?
Yeah.
Are you a chef?
Give thanks.
Yeah. This Italfood, what caused it?
Yes, I. Well, let me put it like this. In the spirit of being the voice of queens and lionesses, what the message is that come correct, come real. If you want to step up to a queen, as a king, and you want to express yourself, and you want to make her your queen, then you have to be honest. You have to have integrity. because the kind of loving she's going to give you is ital.
No superficial, not upon it. It just come ital.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, from I hear this track here, I love this track here, because then from I see the word Italfood, and then as a chef and as a man we eat a certain kind of way too, it's like, I say Italfood, I'm go for it, I'm saying, what? Sound good, Bente. Yes. Now, in the introduction, you said something about Germany. You work out in Germany sometimes?
Yeah, the producer Razuf, man, big him up all the time. And I've worked with him. I've 2 tracks I've worked with him on. Very recently, we did Reggae Navigators together as well.
Yes.
And he's from Germany. But he's also based in Kampala, Uganda sometimes. And, the route, so he'd come through from Germany, he'd come through to Nairobi, then go to Kampala. And I also went and performed at an international festival in Kampala in Uganda. So that's the introduction, from Germany to Nairobi. Yeah.
A whole of vibes, yes, man, for real. And the players on this track, you remember the names?
Yes. No.
Well, we just want to just big up the player them on this track, yeah. Just the music.
Razuf, producer Razuf, and I know that brother Axel is the one who did the mix and arrangement and mastering. But man, Razuf plays everything, and he's so amazing because this man is deaf in one ear, but he hears.
So
he has
like
tone.
he used to eye them to listen to.
Yeah, serious business there.
Yes.
Serious business. Yeah.
Now, you reach to a heights in the music in Nairobi right now. How do you see the whole music, conscious reggae music happening in Nairobi, and how you see yourself moving out, covering and trending the world?
I give thanks. Reggae music in Nairobi, conscious reggae music in Nairobi is very much at the forefront. For a long time ago, it was considered only for ruffians and ghetto people, But now everybody is listening to it. You go uptown, you go downtown, middle, left, right? Everybody, everywhere you go, especially in the public service vehicles, a whole heap of reggae music. And for myself, well, all I can say is that it's a blessing. Again, reggae is a calling for me. And I think it's a blessing that for years to come, when people talk about reggae music in Kenya, the Kenyan reggae music scene, they will speak about Binti Africa. Yeah.
Yes, that is very sweet of you to say, because I'm sure it's because you're consciously planning, but also know that you'll be inspired to make some serious impact with the youth them right now, because right across the world the youths them want that experience and that example for really hold fast to move forward in a constructive and positive way. Now, I know we're just coming out of the whole COVID pandemic arms house. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How was it for you as an artist? How did you find yourself coping with it as an artist?
That was tough. I tell you, it was tough. I remember the first 3 months, we thought, this thing it's passing soon. It's passing, So we talked to each other on the phone, like, okay, it's fine. By the time it got to the 5th month, I think, where everybody had to take a serious look, For myself, I'm so grateful. I normally have this thing. First of all, I call it seasonal depression. When it gets really cold. I don't know. We Africans. This is why winter and I are not friends. I don't like cold weather. And I love people, and I love my people. And I'm not, there are people who can talk on the phone for hours and hours. I don't like the phone. I'm not a phone person. I'm like, let me see you. We sit face to face, we reason, I and I. Yeah. So that was difficult. And then also for the music, not being able to go to the studio. We were locked down in Nairobi. Nairobi was even divided into different boroughs, and you couldn't cross over to the other side. So you can imagine not being it was crazy. But then, necessity is the mother of invention, right? Because I ended up fixing up my little home studio so that I could just voice tracks, So I'd have producers send me rhythms, and I'd voice the tracks. And then also big up to Half Life Productions, Mix Master Chow, who I worked with a lot during that period as well. Because he had a faith, and he settled on a number of artists that he was going to work with, and he had his COVID protocols and things, so you could go to the studio and record, and we did a number of rhythms together. So I give thanks. Actually, I released majority of my music during the 2 years of the lockdown than when we were not locked down,
Well, people, let me tell you one other thing we should never mention. You see now, I make this flyer day before yesterday or something, and I send it off to her, and I say, Binti, look at this. She say, yeah, mom, I like this, man. This can go on, man. So when I send it out, I say, oh gosh, I should have asked Binti if she could have do a video for me. And yeah, so I just check that she ever just do a video in front of the camera and say, yeah, this is Binti Africa. We'll be on trending tracks with Ras Manga. When I look, I see the thing come back to me. So I said, then what the video there? Because she says that's in the video. When I look, is a video. I see the flyer start split up and pull up, and it's Binti that pop up in front of me. So I said, Binti, you're a big videographer. I'm here now. I said, how that go? She said she learned that during the COVID time too. Yeah, talk to us.
Yeah,
You spent a lot of time where you had learning things, because that it seemed like it's only one of the things that you learned.
Now, I give thanks. That period, honestly, we silenced the noise. So when you silence the noise, you have more time to invest in bettering yourself, And I learned a lot. I started learning music production. And there's so many free courses online these days. I learned graphic design. So now video graphics, so I can make my own lyric videos now. And even the video I sent you, for marketing. As a musician, and wherever you are in the world right now, digital marketing is so important, and knowing how to brand, put your message forward in a way that looks appealing, for people, because sometimes somebody will listen after they have seen, that, you understand what I mean? Yeah, depending on how it comes across. So you're not earning any money. We're out of jobs. Where are you going to get, the 5,000 or 10,000 to pay somebody to do it for you? So learn to do it for yourself. So I learned to do it for myself.
Nice. Yeah. Trust me. Very important. And I did learn a lot of things to having the time to sit in and go on a computer and do it. So yeah, man, beautiful. Now, you also said something that I was just thinking about the other day. You said you don't like cold weather. And when Kenya get cold,
it's horrible. It was so cold. In fact, we've seen the sun now. I think this is the second week of sun. It has been miserable since April. It was so cold, but the world over, the weather is changing. There's so many extremes, and I think it's just a reminder to each one of us to take more care. Take more care of ourselves, take more care of our environment, take more care of our youth, take more care of each other. No,
I just want to use this point here to say, I noticed that as it relates to snow, when we hear about snow, we only think is in Europe and in the Americas that snow fall. We never seem to think that snow fall in Africa. No, I've never seen any reference of like a card or anything showing snow falling in Africa. And I went and looked about it myself, and I say, oh, why these people do this thing to us? Because you don't see white snow falling in Africa and people sliding down the banks with it, because it's white snow in Europe. You understand, people? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, man.
But it happens.
But like South Africa, it snows. Here in Kenya, all you have to do is go to Nanyuki and climb Mount Kenya. It snows. It gets so cold that it rains hailstones, and they hit you. They hit you hard.
Better go inside. Alright. Yes.
That's just,
Now the thing open up. Binti. Alright, me go drop the next track here now. Conky. People, wanna listen to that one now.
oh, a big tune. A big tune.
You know that one, eh? Conky Fyah.
A big tune.
Yeah, man, people, now listen to big tune now from Binti, Africa.
Yes, fire, blaze. Lodge up on yourself all the time. The lioness order. Forever, ever blazing. Ever blazing.
Forever blazing.
Bad mind, you know what? This fire. We are the blazing in the. Yes, fire, blaze. Lodge up on yourself all the time. The lioness order. Forever, ever blazing. Ever blazing. My love, bad mind, you know what? This fire. We are go blaze you with a Conky Fyah. Run around and chat back, but to keep fire blaze. Now, yeah, so we may overstay. Yes, we are feeling balance ourselves. Cause no man can tell you nothing. No man can bring judgment upon your head. Maji, haitokoti yakishushwa na moto scene. Only you can validate yourself. Only you can fire blaze. Bad mind, you know what? This fire.
But man, you know want a fire, you know. A fire, you blaze, you know.
But to keep fire blaze, now yeah, so we may overstay. Bad mind, you know what? This fire.
You have a burn you with a Conky Fyah, bad mind. If you're bad mind, you can't stay around here. So this one will blaze your bud. Conky Fyah in Binti.
Yes, I.
How the fire they hot than the next fire? Yeah. Talk to me. Talk to me. Is it hotter than the next fire? The kind of fire is so red. Yeah.
You see, I've been singing about fire since 1999, man, true thing. But that song right there, Conky Fyah, it's true story. When you have disagreements with people, this is when you understand whether they valued you, the kind of people they are. Each one of you is basically,
yes.
There's some people who in your mind, you thought, you brought them in close to you, you opened up to them, you shared things with them. But the minute you have a little disagreement, they stab you in the back, live, clean, so fast.
Mm-hmm. Like I never know you before.
Yeah, and you think to yourself, wow, how did we get here? And on top of that, so this person, did this to me, and then went around, like literally, would take time out of his own personal time to go around and tell people negative things about the eye, and talk bad about me. So, and I felt like, they were trying to prod me to come out of myself, but I thanks, the Most High gave me the strength. Said, listen, hold it. Listen, my daughter, take your pen, take your paper.
That's with the Conky Fyah. How you mean? Bunny me. Exactly. Turn on the fire upon him bind. Yes, I. For real. Do you find you write your songs that can be internationally related to?
I believe so, because like I said, I see myself as the voice of queens and lionesses, and queens and lionesses exist all over the world, and we all go through the same things. It doesn't matter your color, your race, your height, whether you have hair on your head or not. We all go through the same things at different times of our lives, but we all go through the same things. So the music is very much relatable, and same with the young lions and older lions. And I have a son, and he's 19. I've been a single mother for very many years, and I have brothers You know, I've had a dad, my late partner, so I overstand
And
this.
listen
You
me,
know,
and listen me, before you go any further, I don't want you to forget the dog, you know. Yo, big up the dog. Big up that dog, you see?
Marley.
Don't,
Yeah, big
don't,
up Marley.
don't forget the dog, okay? Boss the dog ass. People,
Big up Marley.
we're gonna tell them about the dog. We're gonna tell them about Binti dog, you know. Binti, a bad dog. Binti dog, no joke. Alright, talk to me, Binti. Go on, we still make hear about your dog.
Big up Marley. Big up Marley. Where was I?
Yeah, yeah, tell them about. Yeah, tell her about your son and your brother and everything, you know. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. No, so every my songs are personal, and I believe because they're personal and because I'm singing about what I know, I'm not trying to make up any stories. That's why they are relatable, all over the
Them
world.
real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the real. Yes, I.
For real, man. For real. So now, since we got squeeze it and tell the people about the dog. Yeah.
Big up Marley. Oh man, lion. Oh, that's
The dog alright, Binti?
No, he's fine. He's fine now,
Alright.
man. Bless him. Yeah, man. The people wanted to take my dog away. They wanted to take our dog away. They wanted to have him put down because he had a little argument with another dog. So when animals do what they do, animals fight differently from how we human beings fight. So the owner of the other, the owner of the other dog had a connection. Man, it was horrible, and she was threatening us, threatening my brother, threatening us, and threatening to call the police and all these things, and just madness, and wanted money and money and money. Oh, the dog needs an x-ray, the dog needs to be taken with a special car to the vet, the dog has, oh my, it's too much. But we give thanks, the issue was settled in the end, but I did have to burn some Conky Fyah in her direction for her to
I hear that good. That is the most important part. Trust me, people who never say anything go so. Yes, it's them doggy people, you know. Yeah, man, them doggy people. We want a special car for carry the dog off it. Yeah, man, straight. And Binti, after just fix the thing. Yes. So, the future, Binti, musically.
Yes, sir.
How the studio looking?
Yes. Studio looking good. In fact, I think I just wrote one really amazing tune the other day. I can't wait to get in the studio. I'm getting in the studio this weekend.
Before you go there again, let me stop you. The last track you send me a piece of what you just did in the studio too. Love the track. Love the track.
Oh, give thanks. Yeah, man. So that now I was working on in my little home studio. I was telling you that I had to come up with during the COVID season, so I can do a bit of voicing. Yes, so I'll be completing it this weekend. But I'm really excited. I've been working on my album for a long time, and of course because of COVID as well and the lockdown and every single thing, I think first of all, as Kenyans, we are the worst it's ever been of a financial crisis as a nation. The number of jobless people is insane. The percentage is so huge. And those who even have jobs who still have not been paid because government doesn't have money, because we're broke, bankrupt, and owing trillions. Like, how can we be losing? Is it 2 billion a day? Can you imagine the corruption? That's actually why I sang Tunataka Change, but we'll get there.
Don't start me up now. Don't start me up, Binti. Believe me, don't start me. Don't start me. Because trust me, don't we see the corruption right across the continent?
And you see the bellies just getting fat, and the people are suffering. Man, my heart bleeds, I tell you. But musically, for the future, excited about my album. Release month is December. I still don't have a date because there's so many things to learn now in the new normal also. Yes. How people used to release music albums is not how you release them now.
Yes.
Not how it's being done now, with all the digital and streaming Yeah, so there's a lot of things I'm learning, and trying to put all the right, things in place. And then I will be able to give you a date, but I know it's December. I have Austad Sound from Norway as one of the executive producers also on the album, and that is really amazing. Big up my brother Askai. And a number of exciting projects. I have a dub plate album dropping. A number of exciting things. Yeah.
Okay. Now, have you ever done any work in or out of Jamaica?
No, I haven't. And do you know, it's in my bucket list that I really have to trot over to Jamaica. That one, my siblings know, and I've been telling them that I want to go to Jamaica for my birthday. My birthday is January 2nd, and that is a plan I am working on. They're like, are you ever going to come back when you go there? I'm like, of course I'll come back. This is my kizazi, we have to come back.
Oh, you use my word. Me that I use it for you, Yo, me kizazi, you think I learn my words. Me that I use the words for you, just me. People, this track here, all close. This is not track here, people. This is not track here. It coming. It is coming. Remember, me tell you. Yeah, it is. You right there?
Hold me close, give me warmth and tenderness, take away my stress. Hold me close, 'cause you always do it to me best. Hold me close, give me warmth and tenderness, take away my stress. Hold me close, 'cause you always do it to me best. Rise up early morning, troubles already knocking. I'm so blessed to have your loving, keeps me straight for the running.
Rise up in the morning, so blessed to have your loving. I tell you.
You're always there to reignite me.
Yes, Binti, all close. People, she burn fire, but she can't hold her close and don't get burned either. Just me. Yes, Binti, that one. Yeah, hear the different sides. Yeah, hear the different side that, I boss your thing. Yeah.
I love that song. Hold me close, give me warmth and tenderness, take away my stress. Hold me close. I love that song.
You think me not know them, me not hear it, man? Me hear it in there. Yeah, it's like you wake up early in the morning, Lord of mercy. Just hold me close.
Again, that's another song that I wrote and released during the pandemic. And let me tell you a funny story about that. Nairobi being the capital city, the lockdown security was serious. People would if the police find you, they even cane you, man, in the streets. It was bad. Can you imagine grown people being caned by another grown person? Yes, with us, serious. So there's a town called Nanyuki, which is where Mount Kenya is, if you're going to go and climb Mount Kenya. Beautiful place. And a sister of mine was living there at the time, and they had less security. They were not on lockdown. It was free. It's a smaller town, and that weekend they opened up, Nairobi, like open for a weekend. And I thought, okay, she was like, let me pick you up, let's go, because there was still no movement, no social functions in Nairobi, but there was a reggae event in Nanyuki. So she picked me up, we went, so we go on, it's an hour's drive away. We get there, reggae music till morning, before, go to sleep, wake up, wake up with the plan to get in the car and drive back to Nairobi. We wake up, we turn on the TV, and they've locked down Nairobi again. They've locked it down. They locked it down at 12, and this is now 4 p.m. You know, when you look at each other like, what? So I ended up in Nanyuki for 1 month because I couldn't get back. Imagine, I couldn't get back in Nairobi. I had to go to the market and buy tights and t-shirts and thing, you know, survive. And then I asked, you know, I put like a post on Facebook recommendations. I said, does anybody know any studio in Nanyuki? And I was directed to a studio in Nanyuki, and I went there. And you know, I was thinking at the time, everybody being locked away, you know, you're away from your person, you're away from your children, you're away from your loved ones, and just it makes you appreciate them even more, you know.
Yes.
And just, you remember that feeling of waking up, you know, and having them around. So I wrote that.
So now can't get the close hold. You know you go.
Yes, you know, yeah, man.
Well, Binti,
Yeah, so
I want
Yes.
you to know that all the audience on Facebook here are big up, you know. Yes.
I'll
Yeah, man. The
give thanks.
Virgin IB. Yeah, IB say for big up Binti. Buffalo Soldier.
Man,
Yeah.
big them up on same way.
Nina Rasta. Yes, Binti is awesome. I'm sure that Empress SC from London, you think the same thing too. Mara, everyone in the house, I say, stay good, man. You're big. Yeah, John Niceness. Yes, Robert. Yeah, the man in the kitchen in England. Saxman Jerry. Oh, you mean Saxman Jerry? Yeah, man. Oh, yo, I want you to go through this when you're done, you know. But the whole family, I bless you up. You know, see it? And we know, say, the I works is going there and going out there and is going to make I and I proud of the I. See, I'm on from Jamaica,
Thanks.
been to Africa, from Nairobi, Kenya. We are say is one family. See, one music, one people. We not separate. We not have no
Aye.
bad and no boundaries. So just make the music sweet, right? And all the thing I go on the earth, you know. And a Friday night, I man want to deal with the people. People, I want to deal with the response to that little thing that we are going about reggae music and where it come and where it go and all of that. Friday night. So Binti,
Yes, I.
I want you bless up who you want to bless up for me. Mm-hmm. And when we are going to seal it off, we are going to seal it off with this track here. Access denied. Yes.
Ooh.
You think we never have it? Yeah, man. Alright. Don't say nothing. I'm going to give the people a little piece of access denied. Look, watch this, people. Been to Africa.
You've got my love, but your people keep. Hey, you've got my love, but your people keep on telling me access denied. You've got my love, but your people keep. You've got my love, but your people keep on telling me access denied. Tangu nikuone wewe ulinimaliza.
Yes, I.
Na tangu nikujue mpenzi, nafsi yangu
Blaze it,
waipaisha.
people. Blaze it. What a vibe.
Baby, you're the one, baby, you're my love. You lift me up when I am down.
Oh, if it's deny access, Binti, talk to me. Access denied.
Yeah, you know, just as I was telling you, all my music is very personal, and access denied. There's this thing in African culture. I don't know if it's African culture or it's just in Africa. Is it a culture or a tradition?
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole other. That's a whole other discussion.
Conversation, yeah.
But there's a habit that people, families, let's say if it's a man who wants to marry a woman, the woman's family might not want him because he's not from a rich family, or maybe he's not, or same way, with the girl, or maybe your skin is too dark, or,
Yes.
different things. And I remember at the time I was dating somebody, and the family thought that I was too dark, and the sisters asked me to bleach myself, and I was very angry. And, yeah, so that
Judgment
situation
culture.
already killed. It just had a natural death there, immediate, but love doesn't just die or fade out. So
Yes.
I wrote the song, you've got my love, but your people keep telling me access denied because your family don't want me. Yeah.
Yes, say you're too dark. What a thing, eh? Never him say you don't have enough
Yeah.
cows. What a thing.
Can you imagine?
You know? Binti,
Can
bless
you
up who
imagine?
you want bless up for me, please. I personally want to bless up the folks in Nairobi and Kenya, across Kenya generally. Yeah?
Yes.
We want them know say Jamaica love them. I love them. And we say just keep the flag of Africa flying high. And we not gonna make no guy
Yes.
throw nothing in between with a divide way. No. The guy not gonna put nothing in front of we and between with a divide way. We are stay as one unit. Yes, Saxman Jerry, I see ya. I big up the thing. Yeah man, for real. Nina. Yes, bless up yourself to Buffalo Soldier. Oh, you mean natural death? Nina said I want to die a natural death. Couldn't go in there. Yes, Binti, say I want to give thanks to your past through. And it was like we could have gone for the next hour, because it's sweet, it's natural and nice. Yeah, for real.
Oh, no. I give thanks. I'm so humbled. I give thanks for the link up. I want to big up everybody who's tuned in. Bless up yourselves. Bless up all your families. One are we. Yes, Africa, we rise together.
That's the thing there, right? That's the thing. Binti, on behalf of my people,
Yeah.
we make Bussdembig trending tracks happen. We share, we help me send the vibes out, we help me with the energy. Yes, it was my pleasure and my honor for host here this evening on this umbilical platform. And as we say, you have it. It's yours anytime. See? And we'll just send you round the world. Round the world we send you 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. And let me tell you, you see Jamaica, you have to get there. You must get there.
Gratitude is a must. Respect and love, Ras Manga. Respect and love. But mind you don't want this fire. Ras Manga blaze you with a Conky Fyah. Yes, I.
Judah kick up. Yeah, Judah kick up in other players. Judah say, big up yourself, Binti Africa. I don't think you hear him, but see my want come again. Where you want to Judah? I said to me, say, if me thinks I'm me alone, could I just bless you up? Him have to bless you up to. This is the Lion of Judah. I heal you up to here.
Hail up, bless up, bless up, bless up. I give thanks. I give so much thanks.
Yeah, man. Give
This
thanks
is
to
a
pass through.
blessing.
Yeah, man. Bless up
Yeah,
your brothers
thank you.
and bless up your sister. And just bless up the whole musical family in Nairobi, Kenya from Ras Manga. Bussdembig trending tracks. Talk to you soon again. And
Yes.
big up my dog for me, yeah?
Yeah, big up Mali. Talk to you soon. Bless up your whole family.
Aye.
Give thanks. Big up everybody who was tuned in. More love. More love straight from Nairobi.
Blessed love. Get some rest now. Yes, people, give thanks. We want to thank you for joining us, and full join this movement with the daughter out of Nairobi, Kenya, Binti Africa. And as she said, them bad man we burn them with a Conky Fyah. Watch this.
Yes, fire, blaze. Lodge up on yourself all the time. The lioness order. Forever, ever blazing. Ever blazing.
Forever.
But mind you now, this fire. We are gonna blaze you with a Conky Fyah. Run around and chat but to keep fire blaze. Now, yeah, so we may overstay. Yes,
Empress my. Yeah.
we are feeling balance.
Give thanks. Tracy Christie. Bless
no
up yourself.
man can tell you nothing.
Yeah,
no
man.
man can bring judgment upon your head. Magic.
Yes, people, remember Friday night. Yeah? And as we say, I'm on want to respond to an extent regarding the little reason we are going right now about where Africa belong, where reggae belong and where reggae come from and where reggae are going all them things. Yeah man, I'm gonna have my opinion. See? So until such time people want to give thanks to y'all passing through, and it was my pleasure, my honor, yeah, to do this service to you. And we give thanks to the daughter from Nairobi, Kenya. Daughter called Binti Africa. Until them time, the Friday night, 9 to 11, right here. Yes, wanna take care now. Love her now. Rastafari. Blessed love.
Georgia right here. Yes, they follow the lights. Asababu they are not realize.
Yes, people.
I see a phones on the mama. At the phones on. You know what? This fire. We are gonna blaze you with a Conky Fyah. Run around and chat back, but Conky Fyah blaze now. Yeah, so me overstay. You know what? This fire. We are gonna blaze you with a Conky Fyah. Run around and chat back, but Conky Fyah blaze now. Yeah, so me overstay. Yes, I. My lord, lioness, order.